we're now going to be identifying the key interventions points when it comes to the on-trade channels. So here is a few examples throughout the path to purchase of how that could look like. I will also explain what some of the objectives of the POS should be throughout this path to purchase. So again, as you recall, we have the first stage, which is the pre-outlet and approaching the store. So here, digital presence to facilitate planning is critical, because a lot of shoppers use the digital and social media to plan their trips. So this is less about brand promotion, but more about facilitating the different kind of choices that you have. You can also use deals, as they are influentials too. Messaging when you come close to the door should be very simple, simple text. High-level signage is also great. You can use something like A-boards or blackboards, something outside the store, because that's something that people will notice as well. And then we have entering the outlet. So when you're entering the outlet, it could look something like this. This is, for instance, a big gate where it clearly says Carlsberg in front, so you know obviously that there is beer available in this outlet, and that you are already top of mind when it comes to the shoppers when they are inside the outlet and browsing, for instance. So here you should ensure zones for food and drink are clearly identifiable, either via signage or obvious clues. You don't necessarily need too much POS here on the entry, as it sometimes will go unnoticed because the shoppers are more interested in getting inside and finding the right table, etc. Then we are at the browsing at the table or at the bar, so it could look like something like this. Obviously, it's very important when you are at the point where the shopper will make a purchase that you are also being top of mind. So when it comes to the browsing stage, it can be, for instance, be the back of the bar. You can have an activation there, for instance. It must be simple. You should have some kind of eye level, and it shouldn't be cluttered with a lot of information. Focus must be on product information or something like a super killer deal. You could have a fridge that would also stand out, because then you would have some logo on the fridge. Usually on bars you would also see these kind of bar runners, which is where you can usually place your drink on as well. That's also something that sometimes get noticed when you are at a shopper and you're standing waiting for a bartender at the bar. Menu cards or table talkers, something like that, is also very classic to use when you're at the browsing stage. Then when you come to the select stage, this is obviously also super important, and here you can also be influenced by waiters, etc., if they give some kind of recommendation. This is a font that you see here from Heineken, one of the best examples, because they made it super cold, so it's very clear for the shoppers that they're getting a fresh cold beer. So it's a very clever font this is a tapping system from Heineken, for instance. But at the select stage, make sure that the POS is clear and easy to understand, and offers should convince customers or shoppers as well. Then we're at the purchasing stage here, and this is, for instance, a bottle glorifier that's also standing at next to the bar, or when you are about to purchase as well. So you can use something like tactical POS at tills to prompt lost sales, for instance. You can use POS to promote multi-purchases and deals to keep shoppers in the outlet. And then there is the last example, which is very similar to the other channels, which is the sharing of the experience as well. So this is, of course, if they have a great experience throughout the path to purchase, they will hopefully share that with friends and family or online as well. Here you can attempt to encourage the repeat visiting or loyalty as well. So this is how it could look with different kind of POSM throughout the path to purchase when it comes to the on-trade channels.